Hi and welcome back to our second garden tour. I love this weather. This weather today is around about 15 degrees. It's sunny, it's warm, and it feels like summer's coming. It's lovely. Okay, I'll turn the camera around and we'll have a look what's growing. Okay, here we've got cucamelons and mini cucumbers, and just over a week, because today's May the 12th, and after May the 20th, which is our last estimated frost date, we'll be able to plant most of all what we've got here on the tables out, and I am so excited for that. Here we have a watermelon, Brandywine heritage tomato. Now this one is what they call a potato leaf tomato. You can see the difference in the leaves if I pull a normal tomato leaf, and that is the Brandywine. It's nice to have a different shaped leaf. I like that sort of thing. This tomato plant here that is looking lovely, nice and strong, that is a black opal. We have sweet pepper, it's a sweet banana. We have, let's have a look at this one. We have a pepper tequila, and it's purple. I bought this start just because it was purple. We all need a bit of colour in the garden. More tomatoes, more peppers. These are sweet pepper, sweet banana. They look like yellow ones. More tomatoes here. We have moneymaker, Roselles, tomato orange queen. Over here we have Elsa Craig, Gardener's Delight, and we have this one is mustard spinach. I pick this when I pick my salad stuff. Okay, this is my son's seeds that he's planting. He's got his own little gardening channel, so I won't overshow what they are, but you can go over and give him some love. I try and link his channel in the description box below. Over here we have Asparagus Pea. This is something new to us this year. We've never grown it, so that's all those coming up. We've got some crookneck squash, they haven't come up yet. Some okra, they're just coming up. We've got some tomatillos. What have we got here? Lettuce, cut and come again. Salad leaf, mustard red frills. Down here we have tree tomato. They need, let's see if I can pull them up. They need pricking out and potting on. That's a job that I've got to do. We have some more cucamelons, but they are tiny. We have tomato, red cherry. We're getting our first pink tomato. And what have we got here? And this is some seeds that I saved from some tomatoes from Costco, and they have germinated. So we had some tomatoes from Costco and we was eating them, and I just put some seeds on the side and waited for them to dry, and that was it. That's a cherry tomato. So that's exciting. I'd like to see what those Costco ones do. It's just an experiment. Now, these are all my salad leaves that we've been munching on for weeks now. Pulled a few bits out of here yesterday because they were going into flower, and when they go into flower they'll get bitter. It's like that one's going to flower, that's a flower bud, so I have to go through. But what we have done is, you can see all these tiny little seedlings. We've planted more salad in there, so by the time these bigger ones are over, we will have another lot growing straight up, so we'll be able to munch on this all summer. And this has spinach, it has bull's blood, beets on it where you just eat the leaves, lots of different lettuces. It's a good mix. And then we have the herb patch, which has absolutely exploded in a massive green, which I do need to harvest, so I can harvest that while I'm here. No time like the present. And I'm just gonna go around and just pick a few bits. I can then get them on the dehydrator. And this is just starting to be able to harvest this. Soon I'll have a job to keep up with it all. But I am working through my herbs that I actually dehydrated last year. So they have all but lasted me a year. And some will last way past that, I think. Because I have a lot of certain ones. I know I've got a hell of a lot of sage still left. Got quite a lot of mint, but I like to use that to make mint tea. I love drinking mint tea. If you've never ever grown anything before, I would suggest to have a go at things like herbs and salad things. They're so easy to grow. They're quick to grow. I mean, you can be eating salad leaves within weeks of planting the seeds. So if you've never had a go, have a go. And this is mint. Quite a lot of mint. The more you pick with mint, the better it comes up. So you can pick this heavily. With mint, if you plant mint anywhere in your garden, keep it in a pot or a container, because if you plant it loose in the ground in a bed somewhere, it will take over the whole bed, which is why I always keep my herbs in here, because it keeps them contained and I haven't got to battle them then. If you've never tried fresh mint tea, give it a try. Boiling water, let it steep for 15 minutes. So easy, good for the digestion, so if you've got digestive problems, it's very good for that. Don't think you can beat fresh herbs. I really don't. Look at that lot. Let's do us some sage. So lemon balm is also another one that you want to keep contained. Anything in the mint family you want to keep contained. Lemon balm is also good as a tea. Again, it's just about 15 minutes. You steep it in and it actually helps you sleep. And I don't know about you lot, with chronic pain conditions, we all know sleep is sometimes one of the hardest things to get. So I will drink lemon balm. I often stick lemon balm and chamomile together in a tea form, dried or fresh, and that also helps to help relax you and sleep. It's like a very mild sedative. That's our lemon balm, so that's good. Okay, so we've got 2 cups. Okay, let's go to the first bed. Here, garlic, and at the back we have sugar snap peas. We have 1 to 2 just climbing up. Let me pop this down there. This is taxoi. That is doing lovely. We've got 2 red Chinese cabbage. And the turnips are going crazy, as you can see. Now you can actually pick these turnip leaves, dehydrate them and put them in a greens mix, which probably does need doing. Then we have carrots all over there. We've got some beets coming up there, the radishes, and at the back is some climbing French beans. And then on this end of this bed we have pansies, and they need picking. Pansies I dehydrate to use in skin cream because they're antibacterial. Pop that one up there. At the other end of this bed we've got another pansy and viola hanging basket. And pansy's just beautiful. They always wow me with their colours. Look at that. Stunning little flowers. Okay, and we're going to come down to here, which is another little herb bit. We've got catmint, lemon mint, sorrel, lemon verbena. We've got lovage. We have Vietnamese coriander. I'm trying to see what else we've got. What's this one? Evening primrose, and this one is Indian mint, and I picked this one up. It was reduced to £1. Over there we have bergamot, echinacea, calendula and lavender. Okay, that's all our pansies into there. In bed number 2, if you can hear a noise behind me, that's because we have a building with workers in there. I'll do my best to try and drown it out. In here we have cabbages, broccoli, runner beans, we have peas down in there, hanging basket with more pansies, some more peas down here. This would be broccoli. Okay, so I go to this bed. This down here is a lot of cabbages, cauliflower, purple sprouting. And then we go to kale. We've got little red kale just coming up there. This is kale, I think it's about XK1. We've got dwarf green code. What we got here? Kale jardin, something like that. Kohlrabi. We have Swiss chard that I have been eating the leaves off to go in my salad. Some beans. And we have a couple of tree spinach. And then down here we have a sack of potatoes all coming up. As you can see, lots of potatoes. This one's doing so well. They're definitely overachievers. Another tub. This is the blueberry bush. And that's looking pretty good. Looks like we're going to get some blueberries on it this year. We didn't have any last year because we had a cold snap and my blueberry thought it was autumn. It does that sometimes. I've got jasminum going up there. Raspberries. Look at these raspberries. Just think, in a few short months we will be picking fresh raspberries, eating fresh and making jam from them, to the red currant. And look at all of these. This red currant bush is loaded. Absolutely loaded with red currants. Look at those. As you can see, in a week makes a huge difference in the garden, especially this time of year. It's this time of year, sunshine and rain, and it just makes everything explode. This is just a berry, and then if we come down here, strawberries. Look at them. Strawberries in the making. I just think probably in a few short weeks we'll be eating strawberries. This one looks like there's going to be masses on there. Look at that. These are Alpine Strawberries. Okay. And then in a big potato sack we have potatoes coming up. Another potato sack, more potatoes coming up. Then we come over to here, and this is a caraway and Nigella sativa in here, all the way around. More spuds. That there is an Alpine little trough. That's not. That needs to come out. So does that. Oh. So this is alyssum. And what was a barbecue? We have salvia, marigolds, busy lizzies, alyssum, light scented stalks. So it's in both sides. Okay, over to our table. Winter squash, baked potato. This is a little like patty pan. Courgette April, some tomatoes, golden sunrise, chili long slim, cucumber white wonder, some more tomatoes, tigerella, butternut squash, little D tomato. They're like a tiny little cherry tomato. They're like, almost like currant tomatoes. Sweet pepper citrinas, Marmonde beefsteak tomatoes. These are courgette goldmine, courgette trombosino. We've got American langcress. Right, and all the tomatoes, sweet million. We've got a snap pepper, Elsa Craig, tomato honeycomb, garden pearl, that's a butternut squash, Gardener's Delight tomato. I picked all these up because you can see the reduced price on them. They were down to 75 pence and you're like, yes, I will have it. Tomato sweet aperitif. Cucumber lemon apple. Pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. And then we go, one of my twins' teddy bear sunflowers here. We've got an asparagus pea that needs putting outside. That's a squash. That's a watermelon. They're peas, more peas. Salad leaves. Kelvedon Wonder pea. Nairobi snap pea. Mange 2. So we've got lots of more peas to go in because we're successional sowing. And then here we've got more cauliflower, more Brussels sprouts, more broccoli, leeks, cabbage. That's the leeks. See one just coming up there. That's Savoy cabbage, golden acre cabbage. So we're doing really well there. Some more potatoes. Yes, all those buckets and tubs. Our potatoes. And we've got roses at the back that are now in bud. We've got those flowers there, tulip. Now on the shed. Now here we've got like a little cabbage patch. We've got red cabbage, we've got white kohlrabi, we have cauliflower and round summer cabbage stonehead. In here we've got the rainbow carrots, we've got more carrots coming up. And those little green ones coming up. Beetroot. We've got a space here as you can see, and we're gonna put up another garden bed there, nice long garden bed. In here, sweet corn, runner beans, they're growing lovely. That's a sunflower. We've got some dwarf beans. They're purple, those ones. We have these ones here, dwarf runner beans. Are planted all the way along. We've got a nice little bed of chamomile, dahlias, nasturtiums, bay leaf in a pot in the middle. And along here we have dwarf bean, red swan. We have more dwarf beans along the back. Those are runner beans. And this empty space here is actually going to be for some tomato plants. And then we come up to the fence. And look. So beautiful. And as you can see, they are just filling out beautiful. A bluebell. I love bluebells. I love seeing them in the woodland. But I did buy that start. And then here, this is where the fruit trees are. I do believe this may be a cherry. We've never had much come on this. We had one cherry last year and nothing for years before that. So I can see at least 2. That's 1. That's 2. Oh, 3. Oh, we might get a few this year. So I'm chuffed about that. See a plum tree. There's more cherries there. Yay! I will throw some netting over this before the cherries go ripe to try and keep the birds off. Now we've got apple tree. Look at those baby apples coming. Loads and loads of apples. A couple of years my dog has been very naughty and taken chomps out of the apples on the tree. So we actually haven't got to eat any because he'd just take a bite out of one side. So this year we're hoping with all the netting and fencing sort of that we're putting up and around them that he won't get them, because we would really like to have some apples. As you can see, there's just masses, and what will happen in June, these apples, what will happen in June, these apples will grow, and you have what they call a June drop, and that means the tree will drop all the weakest apples and will only keep the strongest ones on. So what seems a hell of a lot of apples right now may only lead to a handful after the June drop. That's okay. Kiwi plant, again, that's done nothing. For years we haven't had anything on that. If I come around this way you can see all these apples. I think we have 2 different variety of apples. You can see this kiwi. And we moved the other fruit bushes that we bought recently into here. So we have here blackberry, that's a wineberry. This one is a fig, which I don't think is growing. That is another blueberry. And then further down that one there is a kiwi. Now it's only sat here, I know it needs to be trellised up. It's just sat here for now until I can keep it out the way of the dogs. That's my problem. I will probably move this into the greenhouse eventually, but right now it's safe where it is because of the fencing. Some seeds in the greenhouse. As you can see, we have not got much left. These I've actually started to harvest. These are the sprouting seeds, and we've had this mustard white sprouting seed. That's if you can read my terrible writing. And we have alfalfa. Needs watering, but I can't do it at the moment because it's a bit too warm in here. This is mung bean sprouting seeds, because if you come in the greenhouse and if you can see, we're up to 80 degrees, but 27, 28 degrees Celsius, but 80, 81 Fahrenheit. So these are very empty. These are my heating pots. We just put tea lights underneath to keep it warm if we know the temperature is going to drop. That's how we heat this greenhouse. And I must admit, it has been working lovely. Okay, so that's it for the second garden tour. And we will see you again next week for our third garden tour. Okay, until then, happy gardening all.